start Hilchot Tisha B'Av and the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, specifically this year, and Dine Tisha B'Av Shechal B'Shabbat or B'Echad B'Shabbat. As this year, Tavshin Ayin Bet, Tisha B'Av falls on Shabbat, and therefore has a din of Nitcha, which means that the fast of Tisha B'Av is pushed off and delayed until Yom Rishon, until Sunday. So we start. Halacha Aleph in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, Siman Kuf Chaf Hei, 125. Tisha B'Av shechal be'echad b'Shabbat או shechal b'Shabbat ונדחה לאחד b'Shabbat אוכלים b'Shabbat בשר ושותים יין. So whether Tisha B'Av falls on Shabbat and it's delayed and pushed off to Sunday, or Tisha B'Av is actually on Sunday, we are allowed and we do have to eat meat and drink wine. In other words, a person that doesn't want to eat meat is not obligated, but if he has a custom to eat meat, he could continue to eat meat on the Shabbat prior of the fast, Tisha B'Av, even though it's within the 9 days, or Shavua Shechal Bo, whatever the case is. ואפילו בסעודה שלישית שלאחר מנחה מותר בכל, אך לא יישב אז בסעודת חברים. Same goes to סעודת שלישית by mincha, even though it could, as long as it doesn't reach ben hashmashot, then we already have a safek whether it's night or day. One is allowed to have a סעודת שלישית, drinking wine or eating meat, as long as, he says, the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, then lo yishev az beseudat chaverim, as long as he doesn't sit together amongst friends and make it look like they're having a feast or or getting together, because we're still very close to Tisha B'Av, which is Motzei Shabbat, Sunday. Here the Baal Mizgerat HaShulchan says that there are people that are accustomed to have Seudah Shlishit during Mincha time and to sit together with their friends and having a meal together. They are allowed at this time to proceed and do as they're accustomed, to sit together and have Seudah Shlishit. And the simple reason is that, as if we know, one is not allowed to do any action that might lead to thinking that he is mourning. Any siman, lashon is avelud befaresia, and therefore, if the custom is to sit together the time Seudah Shlishit, one is allowed to do so, even mincha before Tisha B'Av. ואם בכלל ברית יעשו הסעודה קודם מנחה, אבל מותר לאכול עם בני ביתו ויכול לברך בזימון. If there's a brit on Shabbat, one should have the Seudah before mincha, but at this time one is allowed to eat with his family and to make zimun. Right? Even though we know that on a regular Tisha B'Av, one would not be allowed to do zimun, because Seudat HaMafseket, right? One is not allowed to sit together with zimun, but the whole dinim of Seudat HaMafseket we'll get to and other times. וצריך להפסיק מבעוד יום, כי בבין השמשות אסור באכילה ושתייה ורחיצה. As long as one stops eating before Ben Hashmashot, because as long as it's still day, in other words, because Ben Hashmashot we already have a safek whether it's day or night, and if it is considered night, then we're already in Tisha B'Av, and at that time one is not allowed to eat, to drink, or to shower, or anything that is normally not allowed on Tisha B'Av. אך המנהליים לא יחלוץ עד לאחר ברכו. Now, leather shoes is also prohibited usually on a normal Tisha B'Av. Now that Tisha B'Av is on a Shabbat, one must take off the shoes after Barechu. Because by Barechu, we're already talking about the Barechu of Arvit, of Motzei Shabbat. And by Barechu is already a sign that we're starting Arvit and Motzei Shabbat starts, and therefore one is already required to take off his leather shoes. As we know, one is not allowed to wear leather shoes on Tisha B'Av, and therefore after Barechu he has to take off his shoes and put his Tisha B'Av shoes on. Concerning the Shaliach Tzibur could take off his shoes, his leather shoes, and put them on before Vehu Rachum, so it doesn't mix them up. Shaliach Tzibur starts saying Vehu Rachum, and then he has to after Barechu he has to take off his shoes. It might make an interruption, or he might mibalbel oto, he'll be distracted from being a Shaliach Tzibur. ויאמר מתחילה ברכת המבדיל בין קודש לחול בלא שם ומלכות. As long as the Shaliach Tzibur says Amavdil, or anyone actually, as long as they say Amavdil ben Kodesh lechol prior to take off the shoes, because we're already claiming that it's already Motzei Shabbat by saying Mavdil ben Kodesh lechol, as long as he doesn't say it with Shem u'Malchut. There are some customs, there's Poskim that bring that they were customary for people to bring their shoes Erev Shabbat, before they would bring it Erev Shabbat. So like that, Motzei Shabbat, when it's Tisha B'Av already, they already would have their shoes ready, and they could take off their shoes and put them right away, as we explained, whether it's before Barechu or after Barechu. Another custom is brought here is that there are some people that wait until they do mincha, they go home, they have their Seudah Shlishit, whoever has Seudah Shlishit, and they wait until right before Ben Hashmashot, and then they put on their shoes after Ben Hashmashot, and they go to shul, they go to the synagogue with their Tisha B'Av shoes on.